men have sat on this table, but there can only be one show.
MTCB.
It's time for the Money Mind Mastery Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? My name is MP.
My name is Stefan SB.
And you are now tuned in to the Triple M Podcast. Money, Mind, Mastery, baby! And man, it's been a great week. Lots of good fights happening.
Yep.
And more fights are on the way. And
Yep.
we are just extremely pumped that we're finally getting the fights that we want to watch.
Absolutely.
And before we get into this episode, guys, you know we got to do the gratitude series. Started off on a positive note because we are positive people, because that's the only way to live. Ain't
Yeah.
that right, SB?
Absolutely. Now,
Amen.
just to go over the gratitude series, over and over again, shout outs to Ninong Jed. We do want to start the show off with something on a positive note.
Always.
Essentially, something that we're grateful for. Doesn't have to be something big, just something that's positive, so we can start off the show on a positive note and start off the day. When you listen to this in the morning, you start off the day with a positive note. Listen to it at night before you sleep, end it on a positive note. So I'll start. I'm grateful for the privilege to being able to travel freely, especially in this country. Second biggest country in the world. If you guys don't know, we're in Canada. I'm grateful to be able to just travel freely, man. Us being from two different cities. You're from Vancouver, I'm from Calgary. It's what, more than 1,000 kilometers apart.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you drive, it's about 10 hours, but if you fly, it's only an hour. So, here we are. We're able to actually launch this podcast despite us being from two different cities. And, it's been great ever since. So
nice.
I'm really grateful for the ability to travel freely in this country. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Love that, man. You're absolutely right, bro. We're just one plane away.
That's what I'm saying. It's just 50 minutes away, bro.
Exactly. It's not that long, man. For myself, wow, man. I'm grateful for a lot of things, but the most important thing that I'm really grateful for, it's not health, because I'm always grateful for health, and that's what I always say, and life.
Yep.
But I'm grateful for, again, our network. I say this time and time again, but
Right.
I'm truly grateful for everyone that we're surrounded with, because if you really think about it, we're 3 degrees of separation from a lot of big names. And a lot of people take that for granted. They look around their circle and they're like, oh, I'm surrounded by a bunch of squares. No, you're not. You are not surrounded by a bunch of squares. Look at everyone that you're surrounded with. You're basically tapping into their network as well. So don't take that for granted, man. Be nice to everyone. Like what Alex said, man. Be nice to everyone. There's no reason for you to be a dick.
Not at all. Nothing.
Because you never know. That one person may have access to that one person that you really need. And it only takes one person to make you successful. And that's what we're all about, man. Triple M's, baby. Until next time, guys. I'm just kidding.
That was a good podcast. No, to add to that, actually, a lot of people, when they say, when you have a connection, you think you can't reach that guy or you can't talk to that guy, man, just ask the question. If you need something from the person, or if you want to learn something from the person, just ask. I've learned that a lot with all our guests here. Where you think, oh, he's a business owner. Oh, he makes a lot of money. That we're that far ahead, or he's that far ahead from this person, or even someone that's not doing much. You know what I mean? All you got to do is ask. I've learned that in this. This podcast that we're doing is just all you got to do is shoot your shot and ask, and you'll be surprised.
It's that you're so right. Because big example, look at Coach Willett.
Yep.
When he was at Wild Card, he didn't expect he can go to like the private room. He just went in. Freddie Roach was like, man, if you guys want to just come over, just feel free.
Anytime, he said.
Right?
You're like, what? You wouldn't expect that from Freddie Roach. So.
Exactly. And that's the key. A lot of like successful people, they're willing to help people out.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid.
Absolutely.
Just shoot your shot, baby.
Kobe.
Shoot it all day. Rest in peace,
R.I.P.
baby. So, man, I've been confused my whole life about boxing. And this is something that we need to clear up, because I feel like a lot of people don't really know about this. Well, they probably know that there's a whole bunch of shit about this, but why?
Yep.
Why? And that's all the belts in boxing. Why y'all motherfuckers, all you champions got 6 belts?
Why? Why is there 4 champions in a division? That's something we're going to probably not answer this episode, but we're going to do our best to answer, I guess. But
we'll have a discussion, a nice discussion.
We need to answer. It's a healthy discussion.
Exactly, man. Exactly. I want to start off with the first thing, bro. why is there an interim belt and then there's the real belt and then there's like the super? What is the interim belt? Is that if like someone's like injured? Is that what it is?
From my understanding, it's okay. It gets confusing in boxing because unlike UFC, for everyone that doesn't know, UFC only has one belt per division.
Yep.
Right. If you're the welterweight champion of the world, you are the welterweight champion
True.
of the world. For example, who's the welterweight champion of the world UFC?
It's not Volkanovski.
It's Adesanya. No, that's middleweight. Let's do middleweight.
Yeah.
It's Adesanya.
Yep.
There's only one belt and there's only one champion, and that's Israel Adesanya. Now let's go into the middleweight division of boxing. There's, I think, 3. There's Jamel Charlo, there is the Janibek guy, and there's another one. I think it was GGG, but he vacated it. So why are there 3 champions in one division? Actually, there's 4 belts, so they can be 4.
Yep.
Right, so that's something that we have to answer. We need to ask, the proper people to get that answer to. But why? There is an interim belt. There's also like with the world champions, there are also belts under it.
Yeah.
Right. There's an interim belt, meaning I think you are the mandatory for the actual belt. Right, and there's another, like in the WBA, there is a super WBA and there is a regular WBA. So who is the real champion in the division?
Yeah, right? Like, is that belt not the real one, or is that one the real one?
Or are they all real? But if they are all real,
who's the real champion? Who is it?
Exactly.
It's like that Spider-Man meme.
Yeah,
They're all like,
they're all
you, me, no, right?
me, you too, though. Yeah, but me too. Yeah, so
Right?
they have no idea, man.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing because like as a fan that's not really into, as a new fan looking into boxing that's not really into boxing, you're like, dude, there's like 4 champions. I thought Canelo was a champion, but then Charlo is the champion.
Yeah,
like what's going? It gets confusing, like for like fans' perception and all that stuff. So for someone that is new, they don't really know. But for the people that are into boxing, they know about this stuff, right? And it's kind of confusing. From my opinion, I think it's just because it's business, bro.
It is. At the end of the day, it's called sanctioning fees. I'll use Errol Spence as an example. During the press conference with his fight with Terrence Crawford, he's like, okay, he's like, I gotta ask these sanctioning bodies, meaning the belts, the organizations, because they're all organizations.
Yep.
He asked where the money is going to, and he revealed that he pays 3% for each belt to the sanctioning bodies of his fees. So let's say he's making 10 million. Is it 300,000? Yeah. 300,000 goes to one sanctioning bodies. And if he has 3, that means 300,000 goes to this belt, 300,000 goes to this belt, and the other 3. So it's almost $1 million of his purse that goes to the sanctioning bodies.
Yeah.
We got to find out why. And it's essentially, where is the money going? Is it really just keeping it for the business, or like where? Like where? That's the only question.
Yeah, because that's a lot of money. Because especially if they're very active, they're fighting like 2-3 times a year. That's a lot of money.
Yep, that's the same reason why Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao never unified. Unified meaning they have to get more than one belt in one division. They kept it to one. That's one of the reasons, because they have to pay 3% to the sanctioning bodies. Which what are they doing with that money? That's a lot of money.
Dude, that is a lot of money, man. 3%. I thought it was 3% for everything, but it's per belt.
Per belt. So if you have all 4, you pay 12%.
Huge, man. The one thing I will say is that with all these belts, it just gives the fighters a lot more opportunity to fight. It's like Thanos trying to collect the Infinity Stones, And I guess that it is a good accomplishment for a fighter. Well, it's a great accomplishment for a fighter if they're able to get all 4.
Yep.
But man, who's the real champion at the end of the day, with all these belts?
In my opinion, I think in terms of like actionable, not really actionable, but something boxing needs to find a solution for that issue, because I get it. You can get the Undisputed, because like Canelo, he has all the belts at 168. He is, without a doubt, no dispute, the man at 168. Is that the goal, for you to be the man? You know what I mean? Or or do you just have to be the champion longer than this guy? You know what I mean? Like if I'm a champion at 160, I've been a champion for 2 years, and you just got the belt, am I the actual guy because I've been here longer than you? right? So what is it really? We need to find that metric where we can actually gauge who the money guy is,
Who's the greatest?
Yeah, exactly. Who the real champion is in the division.
See, because that's tough, man. Because in boxing, it's all subjective, man.
Opinions.
It's all opinions,
I
right?
agree.
Because like you could say that, yeah, Canelo's number one. Joe Schmo on the street be like, hell no, he ain't number one.
Benavidez can be number one.
Yeah, exactly. You never know.
Yeah.
But that'd be a good fight, though.
That'd be a
Benavidez,
good fight.
Canelo. Oh, my God.
Hopefully we can break that down. If it happens, man, oh, man. That's another topic. But, yeah, that's a good point. Who is the actual champion? I think, in my opinion, like, what the sanctioning bodies can do is to...
It's hard, man.
I was going to say, like, collab where there's only one belt. But at the end of the day, it's a business. They won't do that.
Yeah, they all want their
A piece of the pie.
yeah,
Man.
a little fraction of the action. It's a piece for their niece, you know.
Yeah.
So
What do you think?
it's tough, man. Because yeah, like you said, it is a business. It all makes sense financially for them.
Yeah.
But how, like the metric wise, like how could it be just who had it longer? Which yeah, you're right.
Or who
that is
has
a good
more.
metric, right? Who has more? But obviously, whoever has the most belts. Actually, no, that wouldn't work because whoever had the most belts, you can consider them being like the greatest. But for example, one person may have just had one belt for like 2 months.
And here's another thing too, like let's say Canelo loses to another guy and he gets all the belts. Who had a greater run? Is it Canelo that picked up the belt one by one to get to 4, or is that guy that just beat Canelo and got all 4?
It's Canelo all day, man, because he went through the accomplishment. The guy that just came up and
Just
just
beat
stole
Canelo.
it, he just beat him. He took well, it's not the easy route, but
The easier route.
the
I
easier
guess,
route,
yeah.
basically, right?
One fight for all belts.
Exactly. I would say Canelo all day, though. Like whoever was able to attain all 4 one by
One
one,
by one.
I think that person, because the person who got it just took the easier route and just stole them all. Who was that? That was Teofimo and Cambosis, right?
Yeah, so no, it was Haney and Cambosis that got all the belts.
Oh, all of them. Yeah,
see, there's so many belts because Teo also had a belt, but it wasn't enough. It was one of the lower belts. So when Teofimo, Haney had 6. Okay, so this is what happened. Cambosis had 3 of the belts because he beat Teofimo, that beat
Yep.
Loma for
Yep.
all the belts. So he has 3 of the belts. Haney had the regular belt, WBC regular belt, but they bumped him up to the actual champion
Right.
because he already had the regular belt. So they made him a paper champion, meaning they just handed him the belt.
Yeah.
And then he fought for Undisputed already against Cambosis. That's why he got all the 4
He got
belts.
all of them. Yeah.
So it's a different journey compared
is.
to what Canelo did and what Spence is trying to do.
Yeah.
Just go through every single one. So I don't know what makes it a greater run, right? I think that's the political side and the business side of boxing that I don't know if really that hurts the boxers. Is just it's kind of getting watered down and meaningless, to be honest.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So, unified and undisputed. What's undisputed is 4.
Yeah, so unified meaning you have more than one. So if let's say I have a WBC and you have a WBO, and then we fought and then I beat you, then I'll be called a unified champion because I have the two belts. Because I
Right.
unified another division, another belt.
Yeah.
Undisputed means
Yeah.
I got all. I'm Thanos.
You're Thanos.
I got all 4.
That's when you do the picture.
Yeah.
You know?
So-
Yeah. They look like they're struggling and carrying the belts. They're just right
Yeah.
here. I love that, man. I love that. It's gonna be an interesting. It is an interesting discussion because I really want to like discuss this with someone in one of those organizations.
I know.
To like really pick their brain. So
Yep.
if anyone has connections with these guys, shoot them our way. We'll shoot our shot. We'll try to make that happen because
Yes, sir.
we want the answers.
I
We
think
want them.
I have one suggestion. Because all these belts, to be honest, they are watered down, meaningless, unless you collect all 4 at this point, because anyone can be a champion. Are you familiar with the Ring title, like the Ring magazine?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That means you are the lineal champion, meaning you are the guy that beat the guy.
Right.
So you only get that belt when the number 1 and number 2 people in the division fight.
Yeah.
Whoever wins obviously is the man.
Yep.
So Spence and Crawford, the ring title will be on the line. That's like the rainbow one with the
That one's
small
sick.
one.
I like that one.
I think to me once you obtain that, that's when you can count that you are the man of division because you are the you are the lineal champion. You are the guy that beat the guy. So if you can make that as a metric where you're not the guy until you get the lineal champion, then
That's how you know you have the bragging
you're just
rights.
exactly just
Right?
a regular champion.
Yeah.
Well, or just a regular boxer, not even champion.
I like that belt though. That one's sick. I like that one.
That belt's Fury.
You know?
So Fury has that in the and Canelo obviously, but Fury has that in
Heavyweight.
and he's gonna fight Francis.
What
That's
a
another
fight.
topic.
Well, that's the money fight right there, man.
That's the money fight.
That's what it is.
That's what's gonna happen, Francis. Man.
Let's put $50 on it. Or what?
You got Francis?
Oh, hell
my
no, bro.
gosh.
I got Fury all day.
I got Fury ring walk, bro.
Because the problem with that, and God no, like Fury, if he can take bombs from fucking,
Wilder?
oh, there's no way he's sleeping.
Yeah, unless Francis kicks him.
Yeah, exactly. But you never know, man. It might come out. It's a freak show after all, man.
Yeah.
But no, it's an interesting topic. This whole belt talk because there is so many belts and the arguments can go on and on and
I
on.
know.
But we just need the answers,
We
man.
need the answers.
We
We need
need
a
it.
solution.
Yeah, we need the answers. We need solutions. We need to find out why.
And where's that 3% going?
Yeah, right. Maybe we should sell
Maybe,
one, man.
maybe just give us the 1%. You know what I mean?
Give us 0.5. We'll be happy. You know.
I'm talking about this.
Exactly right. Man, that's good, man. But
good.
I'm pumped, man. It's gonna be a good few months with a
Yep.
lot of these fights coming up, and we're gonna find out who the real champions are. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Let's go, man. So, guys, until next time, my name is MP,
My name is MP. My name is Stefan SB.
and we are the opposite of N.
We're out.